Yo guys, what up? Welcome back to GZ, and well, I hope that you can hear me clearly and there won't be any loud noises from outside the window or something like that. But yeah, we got the details, so we can finally, I guess, check them out with the definite stats and stuff like that. I mean, the stats mostly haven't changed, but we're just hoping for Namor to change a little bit before the update drops. Anyway, let's read this. Greetings agents, this is CM Fragment of the Marvel V530. The long-awaited update for the month of August will be held this coming August 7th. We will not be able to access the game until the update is completed. Please refer below for more details. Blah 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 from the time to this time. So the update will be apparently 8 hours long, so that pretty much sucks, but what can you do? It's gotta happen. Anyway, they added 3 new characters, 4 new uniforms, 3 characters who can unlock their potential, of course, and 1 tier 3 upgrade. They improved Giant Boss Raid, they added a new hero quest pack, they improved type enhancement system, improved the Uro system, added Future Foundation uniform collection, other game improvements, and other fixes. Then they have this compensation for the update or the server being down for the update to be applied. And as always, they remind you to claim your bios or stuff that is gonna expire soon. But unless they're expiring, you shouldn't claim them yet. I mean, in my opinion, just go ahead and claim them from now, even if you don't actually get them to expire soon, because we're not even gonna get any new character with bios or who is free and can be gotten by bio selectors, so why freaking bother anyway, you know? So anyway, this is the update details now. Greetings agents, this is CM Fragment of the Marvel Future Fight team. Galactus, one of the biggest threats in the universe, approaches our world. Now that he's headed our way, new heroes must come together with the first family to prevent our destruction. Get ready for the battle against Galactus in the new Giant Boss Raid stage. Here is a closer look at what you can expect in the August update of Marvel Future Fight, together with Marvel's 80th anniversary. There are 3 new characters will be joining us in the battlefield. Namor, Silver Surfer, and Wave will be added to the ever-expanding roster of Marvel Future Fight. The first family also returns with 4 new uniforms to support them in the latest threat. Also, 3 more characters will be able to realize their potential to boost their abilities. Last but not least, the King of Atlantis also comes with new powers. Namor Tier 3 will be available. A new Giant Boss Raid stage will be added when you can face off against Galactus and earn improved rewards. A new heroic quest will be added where you can enjoy Wave's story and follow her as she grows into the hero she is today. Improvements will also be added to the new enhanced Uro system and type enhancements as promised, and to help you out, new login rewards and contents have been improved. This is actually what is piquing my freaking interest right now. The fact that they say that new login rewards and contents have been improved. Is this the check-in rewards that we always have, the monthly reward, you know? I really hope that it is, but I'm not gonna hope too much because I don't want to be disappointed. Anyway, they added 3 new characters. As they said, new superheroes have come together to face Galactus, the devourer of worlds. Take advantage of the powers of Guardian of Ocean, Namor, the newest Filipino superhero Wave, and Silver Surfer, who was once the herald of Galactus. Now, as we know, Namor is a combat type male superhero character, and you can get him by paying $10 for the daily 20 genes pack. The leadership skill is pretty much the same. The passive skill is pretty much the same. Okay, I'm gonna admit it, almost, or I think every freaking skill is the same, but I'm just gonna read it. These are actually the stats that you can get at level 1. If you go to my channel or check out my other video where I was checking out the test build. You'll see the amount that they get for the stats at max level, so pretty much just go there and check them out if you want. Now the passive skill will decrease all damage received and give him super armor on all defenses, so he's very tanky in a way, or he's built in a way that a tanky character would be built, but he doesn't have a lot of iframes, so it's really weird. It's a really freaking weird character. Anyway, the tier 2 skill will increase his critical damage and guaranteed critical rate, but then he has a 30% chance to increase the critical damage by 100% of the critical attack, so that's pretty cool. And it also enhances the effect of the aquatic durability, so which is the durability, which is the passive, which maybe decreases the damage received even more. Anyway, the first skill has nothing, just damage. The second skill has a 3-second bind. The third skill has nothing else but the damage. The fourth skill has a guard, and the fifth skill has stun and the buff that he applies to all allies, which is pretty much the same as wow, I hope you didn't see that, because that looks really dumb of me. Anyway, the same buff that Beast, or in the same way that Beast does it, by giving it away to the team basically. Anyway, next we have Wave. She's a speed female superhero, and the way you can get her is by purchasing the heroic quest. So basically the cheapest way, in my opinion, to get her would be to or I don't know if it's the cheapest way, but it's the cheapest and fastest way, a mix of the two. And what I will do as well is buy her heroic quest. The first bios I'll use them to just unlock her, and then use a mega 6-star ticket on her, and then all the bios that I will gather, I'll use them to get her gears to 20, and then just use a normal ticket on her to tier 2 her, and yeah, that will be it. Anyway, the leadership skill is pretty much the same she had, an all speed increase for normal allies, and then only for Namor she'll increase all attack. I think it was going up to 60 for Namor. The passive gives her critical rate, which I think doesn't really increase, or maybe it was the first maybe it was showing the critical rate she gets at the level 1. I really don't know if that actually increases, but yeah, it would show at 8% for us as well. Anyway, the tier 2 skill gives her the support type effect, like Valkyrie, Shuri, Nick Fury, freaking Phil Coulson, Ghost Panther, so she is really freaking valuable. That's all I need her for, just to help another character do well in World Boss Ultimate. The first skill has bleed, and it will remove elasticity. The same for the second skill. The third has guard with summons, so that is pretty cool. The fourth skill has incapacitation, and the fifth skill has a decrease of all defenses, which is stackable, and decrease of all speeds. She also has stun, and also all attack and all speed critical rate buff, which also removes incapacitation. But yeah, that's all for her. Let's hope that they change the skills, maybe add an iframe or two on Namor, but other than that, everything is great. Next we have Silver Surfer. He's a universal male superhero. The way you get him is by doing the Giant Boss raid, which we have some sad news about, but don't worry, everything on its own time. Anyway, the leadership skill is still the cool leadership skill that we saw. He removes all debuffs and also gets an all attack, all defense, and all speed buff, which is really freaking rare. He basically has the Wasp treatment, but if you wanted that for Wasp, you had to put her on the leadership role, because she has the remove all debuff effect on the tier 2 passive, while this guy has it on the leadership as well, with the damage and defense buff, also skill, but it's a really small amount. Speed, not skill. but yeah, it's a really small amount. The passive actually is amazing, which it will allow him to revive with half of his health if he dies. The tier 2 passive actually is pretty cool as well. He has immunity to incapacitation, and also he reflects 15% of the damage received on a 15% of max attack. So the more you can attack the enemy, I guess the more you can reflect. Anyway, decrease and also it decreases the all damage received by 30%, so kinda in a way trying to make him a bit tankier than usual. The first skill has a stun, the second skill has a stun and a 25% chance of missing attack, which I think it grows up to 50. And then on the third skill, which is a really freaking annoying skill, he's only going to be a timeline kind of character, because usually characters that need the enemy to to attack first are only good there, because it's really rare for the boss to attack when you want them to. But anyway, I'm gonna try to remember which of the effects actually applies even if you don't get hit, but I'm really not sure. Anyway, what he has is the removal of the active buff from the target, so that's pretty much the same as Thanos's first skill on the endgame and the Infinity War uniforms, and the same as the second skill for Doctor Strange, which pretty much allows them to do any Shadowlands floor. But yeah, that's pretty cool. This guy is gonna be one of them as well. It has a paralysis, it has a 30% burn damage, it has stun, it has damage accumulation depending on the damage that you deal, so pretty much you need to attack for this guy to be awesome, and that is the best way to do a damage accumulation and also reflect, and not make it dependent on the damage that you receive. It's better to just attack the enemy as much as you can. Anyway, he will also heal for 10%, well 15 if you get it maxed out, I think. Next he gets a guard as well, and also increases the damage by 75%. I think that goes up to 100 later on. He also get an all attack and actually that's part of the damage accumulation, but yeah. Now I think the stuff that actually apply, well, I'm not 100% sure, but I think only the damage accumulation applies even if you don't get hit, which in a way is pretty freaking awesome, because it means that you don't really need to get hit in order to do as much damage as you want. But if you get hit, you get some bonus effects as well. The heal will depend on you getting hit though, so that really sucks. At least if the heal and the damage accumulation applied normally, the other stuff could have not applied, I wouldn't care. And also the small proc won't apply either if you don't get hit. About the damage increase, I don't know for sure, but yeah, it's really annoying when they do the types of skills where you need to get hit for them to work. But yeah, next on the fourth skill, he gets 10 seconds of fracture with a 35% chance of missing attacks, and I think that goes really high, up to I think 60 or something, but I'm not sure. The fifth skill has incapacitation, 30% chance of missing attack, stun, and then decrease of all defenses, which is going to be stackable and will work on all bosses. And by the way, the ignore immunity here, if you read this after an all defense decrease text, it will mean that it works on the bosses. I think I saw that on Wave as well, but without the ignore immunity part. Let me just see for a second. Yeah, on the fifth. Oh, it actually works on the world boss as well, but it's not such a high all defense decrease. But that's good to know. Waves defense down works on the bosses. This guy's pretty much Silver Surfer's defense down works on the bosses as well, but his is a really huge number, 65% all defense decrease, maybe almost the same as Gambit's. So I'm really excited for that. He'll also get an old attack, old speed, critical rate buff, and also remove incapacitation. So this skill will incapacitate the enemy and will remove the incapacitation that has been dealt to you, so that is really nice. And he'll also have the immunity to all damage for 6 seconds, which is freaking bonkers. Anyway, Silver Surfer is a native tier 2 character. That's nice of them to tell us, but we already knew. Though if we didn't have the test build, that would have been really nice to know, so that is really nice of them. Anyway, now we have the uniforms. 4 new uniforms. Celestial beings have begun to threaten our planet. Prepare to defend Earth with new uniforms to further boost the abilities of the first-time family members. Uniforms are added for Mr. Fantastic, Invisible Woman, Human Torch, and Thing. And here you go, pretty much Mr. Fantastic. Well, pretty much all of these uniforms are gonna be 1050 uniforms on sale. Normally 1750, which it would be dumb to buy them at that time. Please always wait for the sale. I don't think there's gonna be any change in their typing at all, but yeah, no change at all. Their buffs are not changed as well. Mr. Fantastic gets 35% increase of all attacks. Invisible Woman gets a 15% increase of energy attack. Human Torch gets 25% increase of fire damage. Thing gets a 15% increase of max HP, but actually it applies to all allies, so not just Thing. Just by having him on a team, you're gonna increase his max HP. So maybe this can come in handy with Victorious, because her damage depends on the health, and her damage is freaking insane. So more health will make the damage even more insane. But what you need to know for the uniforms, for Reed Richards, only his 3rd skill and the 5th skill changed. The 5th skill added 1 more hit, which I guess makes the iframe a bit longer, which is better because it makes him safer. The 3rd skill changes from having a guard to having immunity or invincibility. I'm thinking it was invincibility actually, and it also gives him damage accumulation, so that is freaking amazing as well. He's gonna get the same treatment as Spider-Man 2099 or Quicksilver. They both got only 2 skill changes, but the damage accumulation made up for it. Anyway, for Invisible Woman, you get 2 skill changes. I think the 1st skill and the 4th skill. Not huge amount of changes. Not a huge amount of changes in Invisible Woman, but I guess just for that increase of energy attack, I will get it. I mean, I will get all of these uniforms. I'll test them out, but I don't know how much you will love them. She has an all defense decrease on the 3rd skill, which actually applies to bosses as well, but so maybe that may make you get her uniform, but I think she had that even without the uniform. Anyway, for Johnny Storm, only the 1st, 2nd, and the 3rd skill changes. No iframes added or anything, just some stats. They actually give him a bit more burn damage on the 1st and the 2nd skill. On the 3rd, he gets a 10% damage increase and stuff like that, so that's gonna really help with the damage, apart from the 25% that he gets from the uniform. But yeah, that's pretty cool. Thing gets the most amount of skill changes, and he pretty much gets 5 skill changes. Like, that is amazing as hell. He loses the iframe on the 1st skill, but that was a really bad iframe because it was partial, but he gains that iframe on the 2nd skill, and he pretty much gains it as a full iframe, so that's even better than the 1st one that he had. Then for the 3rd skill, he gets the immunity like always, but he also gets the nice animation of having Johnny Storm in their attack as well, so more hits probably. On the 4th skill, he gets invisibility, and also you can see Invisible Woman there, so that is freaking nice as well. I think on the 5th skill you get Reed Richards and Johnny Storm as well, so those are freaking amazing, and they all have freaking iframes. So not the 3rd, the 3rd has just the immunity, but the 4th is a full iframe, the 5th is a full iframe, and I think Either the third and the fifth had the all defense decrease, or the fourth and the fifth had all defense decrease. But the sad thing is that his all defense decrease doesn't apply to world bosses, so that is really freaking sad. If you want him to be good against world bosses, that's not gonna be it. You're gonna have to wait. But if you just want him to be nice in Shadowland, that's really gonna be amazing. Anyway, they said that the skills are based on level 1. The 4 uniforms will be discounted during the or pretty much after the update has been dropped. And anyway, you can view them in game as soon as the update drops. 3 more characters can now realize their potential. A new tier 3 character, pretty much Wave and Silver Surfer can go up to 70, and Namor can get his tier 3 skill unlocked. After unlocking Namor's potential, you'll be able to further strengthen the King of Atlantis with his tier 3 boost. Check out the details of the ultimate skill below to turn the tide of the battle. The tier 3 skill looks freaking amazing. I wish it was an iframe, at least the tier 3 skill, just to make, just to freaking future proof it. In case it gets a uniform with iframes, that one is gonna be annoying if it's not an iframe. I mean, usually tier 3 skills don't get interrupted even though they're not iframes, but from other characters that have their tier 3 skill be an iframe, it's gonna be annoying. But anyway, okay, so now we have the skill of King of Atlantis. I had to cut it because yeah, they were texting me. Anyway, he'll basically apply these effects to the enemy. He will decrease all speed, decrease all defense, and all resistance, but this won't apply to the world boss, ultimate bosses. Then he will apply to all allies, an all debuff removal. It will ignore target's dodge rate by 30%, increase guaranteed dodge rate by 50%, and then for himself he'll get a damage accumulation effect, which will be depending on the damage that you deal to the enemy. Then he'll have an 80% chance to penetrate super armor, barrier, shield, all damage immune, invincibility effect for 10 seconds, and also get the 10 seconds of invincibility for himself as well. Then there are improvements to Giant Boss Raid, the content where agents must overcome a giant boss with their cooperation will be receiving improvements. This is thanks to the feedback we were able to gather from our agents in our past survey event. Galactus will now be available in the Giant Boss Raid. So this is what they did in the reflection of the survey that I did before. The sad thing I was talking about is the schedule. Like, pretty much every day is gonna be Monster Mold Boss, and then Saturday till Sunday is gonna be Galactus. So only one day for you to try to get Silver Surfer's BIOS or Rage CDP. But yeah, it really sucks, but in a way it's really nice because it doesn't mean you waste a lot of energy on this Giant Boss Raid. Because for the Rage CDP it may be a bit worth it. Yeah, I'm kinda addicted to Rage CDPs now. Okay, so clearing Galactus will give you the chance of updating biometrics for native tier 2 Silver Surfer. Silver Surfer's biometrics can only be acquired sometimes a day. The chance word actually lowers my expectations. Maybe it would not have a guaranteed drop of bios, which will suck. A minimum of biometrics for Silver Surfer of 1 biometric can be obtained by clearing the Giant Boss Raid and can only be obtained 10 times per day. But this second sentence gives me the hope that you can get at least one. So I'm really hoping that that's the case, and there's no way that even if you clear the boss you won't get anything. But anyway, they have balanced the rewards, and they've made a slight increase to the number of acquirable type enhancement kits, so that's really nice. You can check them out yourself. So Sunday till Monday you have the CDP of Destruction, Monday to Tuesday you have the CDP of Transcendence, Tuesday to Wednesday you have the CDP of Authority, Wednesday to Thursday you have the CDP of Energy, Thursday to Friday you have the CDP of Patience, Friday to Saturday you have the CDP of Refinement, Saturday to Sunday you finally have Galactus, and you have the CDP of Rage, and also the BIOS for Silver Surfer. So yeah, the rewards can be acquired with a certain probability when clearing the giant boss raid one time. So maybe it's still RNG based for the BIOS as well. The biometric Silver Surfer can be obtained only 10 times per day. Using boost points will increase the number of rewards, the item acquisition chance, and also increase if you meet the bonus character conditions. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Improvements have been made to allow agents to invite their friends for the from the waiting lobby room of Giant Boss Raid. So that's pretty nice, I guess. Only online friends can be invited, so I guess they mean that you can invite friends on your friend list. From Giant Boss Raid, the bonus effect given when reinforcing type enhancements have been has improved. So you can pretty much deal more damage when the master mold is blast. For example, if you use speed types, you'll deal more damage. Some people may be angry about this because maybe the damage will increase too much and the boss will be easier, but I won't complain about that at all. I don't know if they're gonna lower the amount of energy that you need to enter, though. That was something I was worried about, but I don't think they touched upon that, so I don't know if they're gonna lower that at all. Spells. Now we have the new heroic quest pack. Special contents to learn more about Wave now available. Check out the new quest pack, Wave of Destruction. Join Wave on a journey through 4 stages, blah blah blah, as always with heroic quests. A fixed amount of crystals is required to enter the Wave of Destruction heroic quest, but additional rewards will be available as compared to regular heroic quest packs, so only compared to Iron Fist and Jessica Jones, not compared to Arachnite or White Fox, because they have the same type of rewards. Improvements to the type enhancement system. The type enhancement system has been improved to make it more efficient for characters. Make sure to use it to strengthen your characters even further. So material fusion for a type enhancement kit has been improved. You can obtain a higher rank of type enhancement by using type enhancement kits. So pretty much use 5 and you get 1, something like that. Which is pretty nice, and the disassembly works the same way. Use 1 to get 5, something like that. It's really nice, to be honest. You can obtain a lower rank type enhancement kit by disassembling type enhancement kits. Of course, when you dismantle a higher grade type enhancement kit, it will be disassembled into a 1-star type enhancement kit. So yeah, or maybe that actually. This is interesting. So even if you're disassembling like 6-star type enhancement kits, you'll only be able to get 1-star ones. So pretty much it would be smarter to only disassemble 2-star type enhancement kits, or else you'll be wasting your materials. Anyway, necessary materials for type enhancement have been simplified, so now you only need the type enhancement kits and nothing else. Type enhancers, Northstones, and Emcran crystals are no longer required as enhancement materials for type enhancement. Type enhancement now only requires type enhancement kits and golds. After the update, type enhancer will no longer be used. All remaining type enhancer in your inventory will be replaced to a type enhancement kit depending on the type directly to your inbox. So I'm pretty freaking glad that I never used them. I mean, I never freaking got them. I only got them from the check-in rewards, but yeah, free type enhancement kits. You know, the amount of grade 1 type enhancement kits is based on the number of type enhancements you have, 4 rounded up to the nearest whole number. If you had 111 type enhancements, 111 by 4 will be 27.5, so it will give you 25 type enhancement kits. But anyway, the type enhancement kits will be available in your inbox for 7 days. Make sure to claim them before they expire. Following the July update, enhanced lures have been improved further. Check below for the list of improvements made for your convenience. Added a continuous Uru combined function to same types, same rank, and as many times as possible. I don't care about this. I don't do Urus that much. But yeah, it may interest you, but not for me. For continuous combine, only Urus of the same rank type can be used. Only enhanced Urus, Mythic cannot use the continuous combine function. Function to enhance equipped enchanted Urus, or enhanced Urus, I don't know. Yeah, whatever, who cares about this. Equipped Urus can be combined in order to obtain a higher grade. Combining continuously is available for enchanted Urus with the same type and grade. You cannot combine mythical rank Urus. We pretty much knew that already. Why you type it twice? Enchanted Uru amplification UI has been changed. So yeah, it looks different now. The amplify button is in the middle. Tap on the amplify button to display a pop-up window for amplifying Urus. Okay, I guess improvements have been made to help prevent Odin's blessings to be chosen as materials for badge combined. That's good. When an Odin's blessing is obtained, it will be announced throughout the public chat boards. That's actually really nice. You can I guess boast about getting an Odin's blessing, which is nice. Added a new uniform collection, Future Foundation. A new theme has been added to the uniform collection to help celebrate the launch of Fantastic Four's new uniforms. Register all 4 uniforms with the with the specified conditions and receive special rewards upon completion. Those are pretty shit because you need to mythic them all and you get like 300 crystals, which is not worth it at all. Probability button has been added to the packages in game that requires players to draw from a list of rewards. So yeah, I actually saw that on the test build, but I thought we already had that because I don't really do gambles usually. So yeah, that's actually new. Character usage tips have been improved to give more information regarding ignore immunity. So that's the text that shows whether your all defense down will apply to the bosses or not. So that's really helpful to know whether we should buy a uniform at all or not. So they kind of doomed themselves there, but I just love them for it because they are being honest finally. And as many times as I find good uniforms, I'll always buy them just to show my support for a good company like this. And I'm not saying this because I'm a star agent. If they do mistakes, man, I'm gonna be angry about it. I was angry about the Spider-Man uniform problem for the whole freaking month, but now they're trying to fix it by showing us whether we need to buy the uniform at all. And then we have the other fixes. After the update, the cost of unequipping Urus will be reverted from being free to a certain amount of crystals. So there, if you have Urus equipped and you don't need them on bad characters, trust me, you need to remove them now. Next, they fixed an issue where the resurrection ability is being removed when using the ultimate skill of Doctor Strange. Images of icon to defeat an opponent. The following changes have also been made to the skill. They changed from incapacitation, which will remove active buffs from target. They changed it to incapacitation that removes all buffs from target. So I guess, I don't know, this is even better because it will remove all the buffs and not just the active ones, I guess. Next, they added a specific skill description for debuff immune effect when affected, such as defense reduction. That's good to know. They fixed the after image of Iron Man's team suit uniform to be shown properly. And then they just say meet the new Fantastic Heroes soon in Marvel Future Fight, and thank you to all the useful feedback everyone gave to help us prepare for the update, and thank you. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. I don't want this video to be really freaking long. I'm sorry for the cut in the middle because somebody texted me, but yeah, make sure to be subscribed and comment down below what you thought of the freaking patch notes, if you liked something, if you didn't like something, and I'll be choosing the winner tomorrow and uploading it on my channel. Till next time, bye bye guys.